All right. Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today, we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Tyria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there. We are back. Wolfrain, thank you for the prime. Really appreciate that. Welcome. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Fox, I see you. Good to see that the messages in chat are working again from that bot. What are we doing today? Today, I mean, well, we're in Guild Wars 2, obviously. One thing, I got two goals today. One is to finish getting enough Ursus Obliges for that last home node that I haven't gotten yet. The other one is to get the script going for a guide on the Wisp infusion. What is it called? The Wayward Wisp quest license. I want to get a written guide out for that so that Noxy can work on editing that tomorrow. Let's go to Lion's Arch. I need to check my homestead and see if I already did that this reset. I can't recall if I did. K-Max says, I've disconnected from server twice during the 14 into the Valley of Shadow mission after finding all the redacted while listening to the redacted. Super frustrating. Sorry to hear that. I did that yesterday, and I did not have that issue. There was a side quest called Mersot's Game that I was working on that would freeze for me at this one specific spot, and I was unable to get past that spot. So I don't know if that is the related to your thing, but for me it was this. I wasn't able to finish that. Okay, so... Hey, Neov. Yeah, Rotted Titan Amber. 500 obliges. That's the last one I need. Okay. Give me Mucka coffee. Yo, I wish I drink coffee. I am slow waking up this morning. Although I drink sodas, I don't usually like one for breakfast, so... Trying to hold off on that. Like, you sound about as awake as I feel, which isn't very awake. Yeah, I got some sleep. Like, I went to bed, I got the appropriate amount. I got between, like, 7 and 8 hours, maybe. But I woke up with, like, a slight headache. And just, not feeling well rested. But I put in the hours, just, let's see. I'll go ahead and knock this out. Which NPC sells the new nodes? The bear that lives in your homestead, he sells them. Did you take your meds? I don't have a prescription, if that's what you're suggesting. If you're suggesting just like headache meds, no, it's not that bad yet. Does that take a certain mastery level? If you're... Does it take a certain mastery level? Do you mean the... home instance merchant? Not that I know of. But I mean, it's possible, but not that I know of. What do you mean wrong station? Did that work? Okay, yeah, there we go. I don't even get like 7 or 8 hours of sleep at my advanced age of, what is that, 36? Take meds before it gets to the bad spot. I mean, I feel like that's how you get an addiction. I don't want to take meds when I don't need them, because I might not need them. Not just popping drugs recreationally over here. Mike, did you catch up with the news story? Yeah. Yeah, I did the news story stuff on Tuesday. Yes. I did do the new story stuff. Yeah, it took a couple hours. See, it's throwing me off that this is working and then saying you're at the wrong station at the end of it each time. Hey, Mike, what build do you run for Untamed? The one from YouTube with quickness? Yeah. Hang on a sec. I made a command for this yesterday. That's it right there. I might have made some small tweaks to it since then, but that's the build. Why is there no voice for Anise and Jenna? It's quite annoying. The strike. Some voice actors and voice actresses are on strike right now. And so any companies they do voices for are affected by that. See, that was the right station, but it said this is the wrong station after. Weird. Can't they just replace them or something? Queen Jenna's had the same voice for over 10 years. No, they don't want to just swap in a new voice right now. Because when the strike ends, she'll be available again. Mike, the folks in YouTube chat were telling me about your cursed Ronald McDonald voice when speaking Countess Anise lines. Don't know what they're talking about. Sounds like they're just making stuff up. I think one more of these to finish this event. Would it be the first time? Yeah, you know how you viewers can be. Just making things up for your own amusement. Oh shoot, this is gonna be tight. Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy! There we go. Wow, I had 6 seconds remaining to finish that event. There we go. Got some obliges. Let's see. Wonder if buffs would help with a refresh or use of the station. Don't know what you're talking about. Shame the setup for the new story forward is good and intrigued, but being put off by no voice Anise is quite annoying. Yeah, it's female Char, female Sylvari, and Anise are currently not voiced. And they had the option of either releasing the update without those and adding them later, or holding off the whole update until those voice actresses are back. And honestly, I'm glad they did it this way, because we still get to enjoy the rest of the update. Mike, what did you think of the news story? I thought it was fine. Not terrible. Not, like, amazing either to me. But I don't know a lot of the lore with the Mersat and stuff like that. So, like, there's no nostalgia for me at all. It's all just, like, new knowledge. So, I absolutely, you know, am missing out on bits and pieces of that. Not played a month now, and today randomly checked the subreddit, and the big Doom thread there made me sad. You know, as someone who doesn't hang out on the subreddit, but does hang out here with, on stream with, you know, thousands of random players, I haven't seen that. The subreddit is, that's the same subreddit that told me my very first guide video sucked and I should quit. Just to point that out. Oh, need to turn dialogue on.
Fast and strike your target.
I want to hear you shame yourself, Scubs. From someone who didn't even watch his vid.
Spears
Wait, what?
only now. No
As long as they don't make us
sword,
play through that content 3
bow,
times,
axe,
they're doing voices
or
of Show
what
Iceberg Saga.
Only spear hits merit
From
points.
someone who didn't watch his vid. I don't know what that comment's about. But yeah, no, I mean, the subreddit is... They're absolutely entitled to their opinion, but it's very much a negative echo chamber.
Pick up the pace.
I was hoping with the new items in mass storage, they'd also put code and cash keys in the wallet, but they haven't. You shame yourselves!
Fine joke. Have to point your mind alone.
Cease bickering and move!
Easy obliges. Costs gauntlets. Is there a reason why people farm this arena?
Spears down.
Essentially,
Everyone back.
okay, so see these obliges here and these honeycombs? I need like 1,000 of those. And if you just stand here, the events come to you every 3 minutes. Also, you get XP and other stuff as well. But basically, if you need either
Time you do.
general currencies for Janthier, or lowland shore currencies,
Next time I'm
or
a
karma,
man.
or XP, you could just stand here and it keeps coming to you. So that's the main reason. Like, I just tried to went and did a different event over here and, like, you know, carved fish and stuff, and it took more time and it was more effort to get that done. Mike, what are your thoughts on the new map and story? I gotta make a video on this. I just answered this like a minute ago. The new map is interesting. They tried something new with it. They basically made 3 small metas. There's like meta there, and meta there. So they tried something new, which is, you know, interesting. They hadn't done that before. Also, the story was interesting. Like, we got this valley that's full of spectral agony. It's basically... It's kind of like the equivalent of someone used a chemical weapon here in the past, and it's still, like, full of the smog from that, so you can't go down there. But there's, like, still, like, an escort here, which is pretty cool. Like, you know, there's this big guy that goes through the valley, and you're up on the sides and, like, throwing buffs and heals down at him and stuff like that. I thought it was pretty interesting. As far as the story itself... I would imagine someone who had played Guild Wars 1 and remembers about the Mersatin stuff more than I do would get more satisfaction from it. Like, because there'd be like a nostalgic thing there. For me, I thought it was okay. You know, like 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't stellar either. I was just like, okay, this is kind of cool. You know, and that's it. So that's pretty much how I felt about it. I'm a little disappointed with the new mastery. I hope the other 2 to 3 get better. The new mastery? Janthier masteries in general feel underwhelming outside the Warclaw ones. Well, there's the spear one. Janthier, okay, so Janthier masteries include an overhaul to the Warclaw, which gives it a lot of new stuff, which is good. The one that gives your entire account spears, even brand new level 1 characters. That's good. And then there is the... What was the homestead? So if you care about homesteads, you know, there's that. And then the other stuff I don't remember. I'd have to look up. Yeah, I would say the rest of these, like beehives and stuff, doesn't affect me at all. And most of this doesn't affect me. But the homestead, the spear, and the warclaw affect me daily. How was the sponsor yesterday? Would you recommend the game so far? It was pretty cool. So, like... It was very much not the type of game I normally play, and yet I had fun. And I think that's a pretty good sign. It's from the creators of Stanley Parable. And, well, I still have the command active. If you do exclamation wander stop, you can see the trailer for it. But it's like this lady, and she's working at a tea shop, and she is she's a fighter who just lost for the first time. And, well, first and second and third time. And she feels like she's worthless and she's trash, and she's, like, mentally just, like, destroying herself. And this guy's like, yo, you need to calm down. Try some tea. And she's like, I don't need any freaking tea. And so it's, like, basically this journey of this lady who was or is a warrior, and she's just trying to... chill. Like, she's been pushing her body to the breaking point for like 3.5 years, and he's trying to get her to calm down because she just keeps collapsing from exertion. So it's like, it's kind of like playing Stardew Valley with occasional bouts of like PTSD. And yet, I found it really interesting. The way that they did, like, the sound and visuals whenever she would be, like, freaking out was really cool. Like, it was like movie moments. Mike, are you doing the news story or did you do it? I did it already. I did it on Tuesday. No spoilers here. Oh, shoot. Messed up my rotation a lot there.
Exhilarating. Blood rolls through my veins like the great deltas.
Are you planning to finish Wonder Stop after Guild Wars 2 week? You know what? I would be game for it. I liked it enough that I would absolutely be okay with that if people wanted to see it. It was hard to get a real gauge for the numbers last night. Like, for example, if I try a new game and I immediately see the viewership, like the number of viewers I have just sharply decrease, I'm like, they didn't really like that, you know? And even if I like something, I might not finish something on stream because, you know, y'all didn't like it and the numbers did poorly. It was kind of hard to get a gauge for how good the numbers were last night because it was right after doing a stream with Guild Wars 2 drops, so my numbers were like 10 times their normal. But yeah, it was a cozy little game. I would have no problem finishing that. So I would have no problem cracking that open again after Guild Wars 2 week. What game are you talking about? Wanderstop? Hang on. There's a link to it in chat. We did a sponsored stream for them last night. And it was a pretty cool game. Let the Asura live. Yeah, dude, dude, I'm so happy about how that went. Yeah, chat, 443 Asuras are coming into the world. Minimum. Up to 1,000. So if anyone else wants to pre-order one before there's possibly an issue with you know, the number of stock, but 443 coming into the world. They are beginning work on the prototype right now. I want to see them all in one place, lined up, all of them. I don't know about that. Yeah, the current thing is here. Let's see. So right here. So there's the petition, which is happening right now. Then they are working on the prototype with me. And then once the prototype is done and I approve it and they're like, okay, let's do it, then they start a live campaign where basically at that point we have a picture of the final product. And it's like, hey, we've already sold 400 of these. If anyone else wants one, you can put in an order now until we hit 1,000. And as basically that's like a 3-week period of time. And then when that time runs out, then they have an exact number. They're like, okay, we need to make, you know, 443 in this case. And then they produce all of those and ship them out. So that's where we're at right now. So very exciting stuff. Will there also be a human plushie? Then we can reenact that one song. What's the collective noun for 443 Asura? A problem. It's going to be a problem.
Gather round, lucky cubs.
Need mini rat traps? Oh my gosh.
We've a guest here to
Did you have to mess with your lighting more since yesterday? Yeah, you can see like the light reflecting on the left-hand side of my face. I had to add another light into the room because of some issues we were having yesterday. Basically, a simple bulb blew in my office, and we replaced it with another one that was not exactly the same. And as a result of that, my green screen software stopped being able to register the green correctly because it was all slightly off. And then we spent like an hour trying to get everything working again. And, oh god.
There's a plushie mooning, right? Oh, and butts.
Thanks.
He makes funny noises.
Oh my gosh. This kind of slaps. It kind of slaps. Slaps butts. Anyway, yeah, so I've got another lamp in here. I'm totally fine with that staying here, but I want to get either like a lower wattage bulb for it or something to diffuse it a bit more so it's not so bright on the left side of me. Might you try Relic of Vampirism with Untamed? No, I didn't. What does that relic do?
These first enemies are called Naga. They
Siphon life from nearby foes when you use a healing skill. I would not use that on Untamed. One, Untamed does not use their heal skill off cooldown. They save it for when they need it. And two, the Untamed already does a massive amount of Siphon life twice per 10 seconds with their ambushes.
Don't let your guard down.
So it would just be unnecessary and a damage loss by doing that. Like a big damage loss.
don't get too comfortable. Next are the Cryptis, demon spawn of Nios.
Remember to breathe. Show them you're not afraid.
Get as dead you are. And one final test. No resting on your laurels. These
Rose said he would buy your plushie and an inappropriate toy, and it would make sense later.
spears, like a wizard with their staff.
Dude, I can't stop him, but I don't want to know. Whatever he does, I don't want to know. That's between him and God.
Thank you, Thea, and Wayfinder, for teaching our cubs by way of example. Fine work out.
Let's see. Would it trigger with NG heal kit? Vampirism? I'm not sure. Is there enough ranger abilities that you can roleplay as a Pokemon trainer? There's a snake trap that summons a bunch of snakes for a few seconds, so you could pretend you're throwing Ekans around, I guess. Let's see. Mike, did you try the... Let's see. Oh, wait, I already read that one. I heard someone saying it triggers from triggering the passive of healing skill. How do I verify that? It would depend on the healing skill. So, as far as how would you verify that? Essentially, if you have the Relic of Vampirism and you trigger it, you would basically use, like, Arc DPS to see what the name is of that attack, like the life drain from it. And then you would do other things and see if it, you know, tracks that that attack happened. Would be the short of it. But again, looking at it, I don't see it being that good. Hold on, did it have a ICD? It has a 20-second internal cooldown, so it can only trigger once every 20 seconds. Yeah, no, that's not great. That's really not great. Do you play other specs of Ranger? Mm-hmm. It's actually only relatively recently that I started playing a lot of Untamed. I would say, like, over the years, I've probably played Druid the most, and lately I've been really getting into Untamed. Soul Beast, I kind of like Soul Beast in PvP, but not really in PvE, just because in PvE, it's purely a DPS build. And I like being anything other than pure DPS, just because it makes me feel important. So I don't typically play Soul Beast in PvE. Thoughts on Tier 2 rifts bugging on new map? Bugs are bad. That's my thoughts. I didn't know about that until this very moment, but yeah, bugs are bad. Muck, what's the new Druid build link again, please? Exclamation Druid guide? Is that what you want? That's not a new one. Like, if you do exclamation build, there's a link to my GW2 efficiency, which lets you inspect my account, and you can just look at all my builds. But if you want, like, the last Druid guide I made, it's that. The one you made a link for last night, that was Untamed. That's exclamation quick Untamed, which I already put in the chat just a few minutes ago. It was not Druid. I said quick Untamed Jackals! That's why we can't have nice things. I have amnesia. It was 1 second ago! You're like, Muck, red or blue? I'm like, blue. And you're like, okay, red. And I'm like, I said blue. And you're like, I have amnesia. Don't yell at me. I will yell at you. You're in a public venue. I'm allowed. Hello, are you going to play the new Monster Hunter? I tried it for a day. I didn't like it. That's the TLDR. So, no, I'm good. Like, if you choose just one weapon, you'd love Monster Hunter. Dude. Look, I played it for 5 hours. I tried a few different weapons. It is a game with some of the look, I played 110 games last year, okay? It has some of the clunkiest controls I've ever seen. It is janky as hell. The writing of the main story is equivalent to watching Paw Patrol with my 6-year-old, alright? If you like that game, that is totally fine. I cannot get into that. Okay? You know what? Here, you're really gonna push me on this one? I liked Veilguard enough to actually finish it, and yet I still greatly disliked the game. I couldn't get through 5 hours of Monster Hunter Wilds, so I think that means I liked Veilguard more. Paw Patrol is peak. Dude, I'm ripping this game apart, and that one guy in chat, hey, I love Paw Patrol. You shut up. I like you. Yeah. Look, I know that some of you love Monster Hunter Wilds, and you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We like different things. I couldn't get into it. For me, it was terrible gameplay, terrible controls, and terrible writing. Like, there are games I've played where I didn't enjoy the gameplay, but I loved the story, so the story carried the game. Example, Yakuza 0. I didn't enjoy the gameplay, loved the story, finished the whole thing. There are times I love the gameplay of something, and I don't enjoy the writing. And the writing's terrible, so the gameplay carries me to the end of the game. Example, Dragon Age Veilguard. Found the gameplay kind of fun, story was terrible. For me, Monster Hunter Wilds is bad in all categories. I couldn't find anything about it I liked in 5 hours. Did you see the Huntress teaser in PoE 2? I have not seen that, no. Probably my most anticipated class ever since the first showcase. Nice. I like the cats in Monster Hunter. Oh, if you like the cats, you'll love any other Monster Hunter more because there's less of them in Wilds. In the other Monster Hunters, cats cook your food. But in Monster Hunter Wilds, there's no cat cooking animation. No Meowster Chef. Meowster Chef. Hold on. One sec. Hold on, I gotta mute it because Capcom will come for my kneecaps. This was World. The cats would cook your food. I remember Lord Hyzen had a video he made where he, like, his Guild Wars 2 character was in this cinematic eating the food. Let's see. Just connected Twitch to the account. How did the drops work? What's up, Crimson? If you look in the chat right now, there's a link with instructions for drops. As long as you have followed that, you're good to go. And then you just leave the stream running and come back in a few hours and collect your prize. Did you play Monster Hunter World? I finished World. Now, I will say, I didn't love World enough to play it more, so, but I finished it. I put like, how much, 20, 30 hours? One sec. Monster Hunter World. So I put 40 hours into World. I couldn't go beyond 4 in this one. Now, I cannot remember specifically how, like, the controls were and stuff in Monster Hunter World, but I guess I liked World more because I was able to at least finish that one. Those are the only 2 I've played. World was my first Monster Hunter. I finished the campaign, and then I put it down. Wilds, I played 4 hours, and I was like, guys, I can't. This is so awful. I want to stress, though, that I understand people like different things. I'm not like, this game is terrible and you should feel stupid if you buy it. No, it's not like that. I'm just saying that, like, you're not going to see me play that again. It was... This isn't something where I was like, well, I was kind of into it. Maybe I should give it another try. No, I vehemently was not enjoying myself. Hang on, let me focus on this fight, because she can actually kill me. And then I'll catch back up on the chat.
Zashimi raided my stream with 233 viewers.
Yo, Zashimi, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hope you had a good stream. Nice, we saved them. Good, 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 good. Okay, get back into the rotation. We are currently just doing a open world event right now. We're working on farming up a currency called Ursus Obliges. You need 4,000 of it to buy all the new home nodes they added in the new content patch. And I'm close to getting my last one. So we're just fighting in this arena for money right now. Ow. How's the new ranger pet? The bee? It's all right. Right now I'm just kind of using it because it's new and people ask about it a lot. But it is a condition damage pet. It does poisons, which is kind of expected for a bee, I guess. It also has a move where it kind of sprays like this massive amount of honey all around it, and its pulses cripple and slow on surrounding targets. So that's good. And it also has a move called Bumble, where it just slams into the enemy, just kind of headbutts it, and it does 300 CC damage. So that is pretty good too. So it's got a pretty decent kit. I was actually watching another streamer named Boyce yesterday. He's like one of the top PvPers. And he was trying out a Soul Beast, or Soul Beast, ha 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 ha, with the Bee and the Fernhound in like platinum level PvP. It was pretty cool watching it. So he was occasionally like merging with it for the Bee moves, unmerging it, having it do stuff, things like that. Not the dad pun. Actually, someone else made the joke. I just stole it. Why are you farming this event mostly? Just... I can do this while I talk with you guys, and I don't have to, like, travel around, and it's already gotten me 3,000 Ursus Obliges, and I just need a little bit more to be done. Would it be good for Ranger? If you are doing a Condi Soul Beast in PvE, maybe. If you're in PvP, I would say it absolutely has potential. Because in PvP, it's typically more cut and dry. It's just, you know, how much damage does this pet do when you're using it? And yeah, the other utility doesn't matter as much. Like in PvE, in high-level PvE with a Soul Beast, if you are, you know, Condi, for example, you just merge with a Condi pet, and you just stay merged, and you're basically just a green warrior. However, in PvP, you're merging and unmerging constantly, so the whole kit matters more. There we go. Okay. Will ANET add EOD nodes too? I don't know. I love the nodes, so I would love for them to do more. Let's see. Muk, is there any way to get the new map other than beginning instance that ports you there? Teleport to friend. You could get someone to TP to friend too. Oh, the Aurene emotes? Yeah, those are really cute. And it's the best form of Aurene as well. Before she turned into a giant
Hey, look, it's
reflective
the
glass
tree of birds.
thing.
How are you today?
Hello, Birdtree. Let's see. Okay, so what was the other Monster Hunter question? Speaking as someone who loves Monster Hunter Wilds, Wilds has a ton more hand-holding, which made an early game a drag. I like the story. It's a lot better. Really? Okay, so as someone who is more of a noob in Monster Hunter, I felt like Wilds did not give me nearly enough information to the point that it was incredibly frustrating. Like going into Wilds as a player new to the Monster Hunter franchise was like pulling my hair out. There was so much it didn't tell you. Now and again, it's obviously a wildly successful game. If they were just making it for people who are already fans of the franchise, that's fine, but I did not feel like it's new player friendly, so I have to disagree with that. Muk, is there currently a good range DPS build for Ranger? You'd think, right? No. Most builds for Ranger spend quite a bit of time in melee. Like, for example, I'm using Spear, which I can throw, and that does give me a ranged option, but my other weapon set is melee. I don't know of any Ranger builds where both weapon sets are pure range. Like, if your axe is okay, well, axe is range. Okay, so ranged axe, you could do it as Condi, but then you would probably use like traps with that, and those you have to go into melee. And if you're using ranged axe as power, then, you know, your other weapon you would want to be Spear, and Spear does more damage in melee than range. So it's... Can you do damage from range? You absolutely can. Is it ideal? No. What's your pet bee name? Klob Jarby. Or the other day it was Ferris Bueller, but we changed it. Morning, oh my gosh, I watched a video about the bee. I want to make a ranger now. You have that option. To compare all Monster Hunters, Wilds has the best combat. Dude, the first weapon I put in my hand, it's like if you would like to mount the monster and attack it from behind, press Shift RV. Shift RV. Now, you can rebind those keys, but no matter what you rebind them to, you still have to hold 3 buttons. That was the first command I learned. So, no, I absolutely do not agree with you that it has good combat or controls. First mistake was playing mouse and keyboard. A lot of people like to say that, but the game markets itself as fully supporting mouse and keyboard controls. And it's on their Steam page that they fully support that. So it's completely fair, IMO, to judge them based on that when they're selling it based on that. By the way, I hate that about controller players. There's so many times in gaming, they'll be like, hey, you should play this game. And I'm like, all right, I really don't like controls. Can you use mouse and keyboard? They're like, yeah, you can. And then I play it, and I'm like, this sucks. They're like, you should have used controller. Every time. Every time. Oh my god, it's yeah, hundreds of times this has happened. Gray Fox says, I'm waiting for someone to say just use a controller. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, I do it every time. It's like, you know, it's like, look, I'm using a device that has, like, you know, 30 buttons on it. I'm not limited to 4 buttons, 2 bumpers, and a bingle bongle like you are. I don't need to, like, the fact that you have to hit 4 buttons to make your character do something doesn't mean I should be, you know, subject to that as well. Have you ever played FF? What number is that? Is that 14? I have played 1 Final Fantasy. Which one was it? This one. Is that 16? I've played 16. It was pretty cool. I would say I liked the game. I hated the ending. The way they ended the story was... I hated it. However, the game as a whole was enjoyable.
Can you keep up with the rush?
I'm surprised you were okay with God of War on keyboard. Dude, I played God of War on keyboard and mouse. I played Elden Ring on keyboard and mouse. I played Dark Souls 3 on keyboard and mouse. They were all okay. Some in some ways better than others. But Monster Hunter Wilds was absolutely the worst I've ever seen. I don't even remember having trouble with God of War on keyboard and mouse. I think that one was pretty solid. Build power? Quick Untamed right now. Providing boons around me and doing damage.
The rumors are true. Your movements are elegant.
Also, when I did Monster Hunter World, I did that one on keyboard and mouse. I played Dark Souls on keyboard and mouse. I played Dark Souls 3 on keyboard and mouse, and it was totally fine. I didn't play DS1 or 2. I watched your Ceres video. First off, congrats. Did you have many problems keeping boons up on Untamed? Did I have many problems keeping boons up on Untamed? The only issue we found with challenge mode Ceres with Untamed is the boon radius of Untamed. So let me give you an example here. Hold on a second. Blish, I need your help for this. Just a minute. What is it, 480? Okay, one sec, I'm setting up a visual for you guys. Okay, you see that ring? That ring is where people will get quickness from me. That one is Herald. Okay? Not a huge difference, but there is a difference. So what would happen sometimes is we would be fighting something, and they'd be like, hey, Muck, go ahead and get back on the boss while we finish killing this ad. And when I would do that, their boons would fall off. So it was just enough of a difference in distance that it was noticeable, and it made a problem. So what we had to do is, instead of me get back on the boss while they finish killing the ad and just, you know, then I would get more damage on the boss, I had to stay with them till they finished the ad. So there was, you know, I was not, you know, softening up the boss a bit. So there was a little bit less damage on the boss done total as a result of that range difference. So that was the biggest thing that we had to change by going from Quick Herald to Quick Untamed, which is me. Deadeye is 360, could be worse. Yeah, I'm just answering their question. I need to update my Untamed build. Could you link yours? If you do exclamation build in the chat, there is a link to my GW2 efficiency, and you can inspect all my builds. My Untamed build is the first build. So the upkeep wasn't the problem, it was movement. Yeah, like I had...
Lady Kara raided my stream with 6 viewers.
Hey, Lady Car, thank you so much. Welcome. Yeah, the upkeep, like if they were in range, upkeep was not a problem at all. The issue was we had to adjust the strategy to keep them in range. That was the main problem. Let's see. Monster Hunter makes no attempt to adjust the style of play to the new interface. Controller has to hold down 3 buttons to do something, so keyboard and mouse have to hold them down as well. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's in terms of a port, it's for controls. In terms of a port, it's very lazy. They're like, oh yeah, we have to hit forward and A and hold down the right bumper, so you have to pick 3 keys to hold down as well. Even though the keyboard has like 100 more buttons, and I could just bind like Mount Monster to E, I have to pick 3 keys and bind all of them and mash them all at once to mount the monster. So yeah, it's very, very poor in that regard.
Seems we've garnered an audience. Care to measure your spears?
With how necessary boons are, I think they should move toward more numbers of people rather than radius, like quickness to squad instead of 480. They actually... Hi, Mug. Hi. Give me 1 second. Okay, so in the past, there were a few builds that gave boons to 10 people. So they did give them to the whole squad, and they changed that. So it seems that ArenaNet does not want that. For example, in the past, it was possible for Druid to give 25 stacks of might to 10 people. Also, Mirage... What did Mirage do for 10 people? God, it's been so long. I think they could give might to 10 people and something else as well. But the point is, there were some builds... Oh, Renegade could give Alacrity to 10 people. There were some builds that could keep a boon up on a whole squad. So you just needed one of that person in the whole squad. And they, being ArenaNet, over time, just decided they did not like that. Yo, that was a great event. That was over in seconds. So, you know, Druid went from 10 to 5, Mirage went from 10 to 5, Renegade went from 10 to 5, etc. So, that used to be a thing. It is no longer a thing. Having issues pledging for the plushie. Anyone having issues with the button not working on the website? I mean, that's alarming to hear. Mandarsar, what do you see when you try? Has anyone else by chance tried it this morning? I'm wondering if it's a him thing or a website thing, because I have a contact over there. I can reach out to them and see what's going on. Same issue. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I will reach out to them right now. Because it's the fact that 2 people are saying it. Let's see. So there was a just a hopefully you guys get a chuckle out of this. Yet ArenaNet told us that we're allowed to make up to 1,000 of these. Makeship doesn't usually have a cap on how many they can sell. But I told them, I was like, we have to cap it at 1,000. And they're like, okay. So they tried adding a cap, and yesterday it said negative 243 out of 200 sold. And I was like, hey, I think something's wrong. And they're like, oh, wow. Yeah, we were adding in that cap you requested. I think something went wrong. I'm like, okay. And then it changed to the proper numbers. And I'm like, okay, I think it's fine now. And they're like, okay, awesome. I'm like, thanks for fixing this so fast. Like, visually, they fixed it. I'm guessing when they fixed that, they broke something else. So I think that's what's going on. So, okay, I've already gotten a response. This is flagging right now. So the guy that I talked to is running over to the devs. Sorry, dude. I think it was because the cap is something never really done before. There are issues we didn't foresee. Yeah. I said, yeah, I figured. Sweat drop, smiley face. Nice that they are responsive. Yeah, the person that, like, the contact that I speak with is very often available for me to talk to. It's good. And then they've got a direct line to the people that, like, mess with the website. Yo, first of all, thank you to the people who are trying to pledge, and I really appreciate you letting me know. Because who knows, like, this might have been broken since yesterday. That really sucks. So I am, trying to get that fixed. This is kind of like the meme. It's like, you're a makeshift. You're like, shut up and take my money. And they're like, no! Just take the money. Like, I actually, like, this morning I woke up and just the fact that that number of 443 hadn't changed at all since yesterday, I thought that was a little weird, but it certainly wasn't enough evidence to say that anything was broken. But, so it's like, now it's like, okay, shoot, how many other people might have tried to get one and then they couldn't? I managed to pledge yesterday, what's the issue? There was an issue on the website yesterday. I think they fixed that issue, and in fixing it, it seems that they may have broken my pledge button. And, they're working on looking at that right now. Multiple people in chat just now said that they tried to pledge and it didn't work, so, I yelled at them. Whoa, that was, yo, makeshift, oh, yo, that's my guy. Makeshift Juju in chat says, should be fixed now, chat, can you confirm? Okay. So if anyone, Mandarsar or any of the others that said that they just tried, if you want to try again, you can tell, the owner of the entire website, right now, you can tell him if it's broken. Yes, that's Mr. Makeshift himself. It's working. The number didn't change, though. Let me see. Hold on, I'm refreshing on my end. Okay, so yeah, the 443 has been like that since yesterday evening. So if they're saying it's working, which is awesome. However, if they did just pledge, then this should have changed. So the most important part is working, which is the fact that they can pledge. However, I have no idea what the actual counter is now. Yippee. Yay! See, people keep asking me why I keep doing this event chat. I can fight these bears and keep getting money in-game while dealing with a broken website. Multitasking! Let's see, 32 honeycombs. Let's eat those. 769. Number went up. Let me refresh again. Oh, it says 445. The number did just move. The number did just move. You did say the collective noun for 443 Asuras was a problem? Oh my gosh. I didn't mean it like that, though. Thover says, what does it give you? I haven't really played this X-Pack a lot. So, one, it's an event. You know how, like, you go around and you do events on the map? Basically, an event happens here every 3 minutes. So, one, it's farming. You get gold, you get XP, you get various currencies that are specific to Janthere. So, if there's anything you want from Janthere merchants, this is a great place to farm the currencies for those merchants. Which is kind of what I'm doing right now. There are some new, what are they called? Home instance nodes that, you know, just give you resources every single day that I want to get, and they were 1,000 currency each, and I'm farming a lot of that currency here while I chat with you guys. The events on the new map are, they're kind of boring. I mean, I think on any map, events are going to get repetitive. In this one, I kind of like how there's, like, one going almost all the time. There's, like, the north one, then the east one, then the south one, and then, like, repeating. And even, like, the north one has multiple endings. There's one where, like, a nuke goes off, and there's one where you're just, like,
Scuba
fighting a
Sheaves
ghost.
raided my stream with 41 viewers.
Wait, who in the what now? Scuba Sheaves, thank you for the raid. Nice to meet you. Appreciate that. Hello, we're just chatting right now, doing some Janthier events at the same time. Welcome. Funky says, how to get over currency and item being overwhelming. There's too much stuff in the game. I hate buying bag slots. Geez, any advice? Yes, I have a video right here. It's a dated video, but it's still accurate. It's the top YouTube link that's in the chat called Inventory Management Guide. If you want to, when you have time, give that video a watch, and it talks about a lot of tips that I've got for how to keep your bags clean and stuff like that. I assume I don't know if you're talking about these, like currencies in the wallet. One, yes, there is a lot of them. I grant you that, but they don't take up any space in your bags, so you don't really have to sweat this unless there's something you're looking for specifically. Scuba Raid, I really appreciate it. Welcome, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. I saw you brought me to Mux, so I brought my group to Mux. Lots of volume differences between the YouTube video and Mux's current Twitch volume. Yeah, my very kind editor, Noxy, anytime she is cleaning up my videos, they do a lot of cleaning up on the audio. So typically a YouTube video is going to sound better than me on Twitch. Imagine if you met me in person without all my filters. I'm just like, it's like the streamer version of, like, you know, you see someone online and they've got like a makeup filter, and then you meet them and it's just like, you know, very different. Yeah, I've got one that makes my voice sound just way schmexier. You meet me in person, I'm just croaking like a frog. Mukluk is worth all of the original, that's worth the worth. That was painful. I'm not doing that again. Muck's video about daily gold upgrading bags helped me so much. Good. Sunjin Woo voice filter. Ooh, big hit. Noxy's still your editor. No wonder she never makes videos on their channel. I mean, you make that sound like I'm doing something wrong. To be clear, like, I'm Noxy's client. Like, I'm not Noxy's employer. Noxy does editing for people, and I'm just like her largest client because I go to her constantly. But she also does editing for other folks. Like, I don't solely pay for Noxy's bills. But yes, Noxy and I have been working together for a few years now. Noxy's amazing. Alright, I was thanking the makeshift guy again. As the counter says 446, so hopefully it's working now. Let's see. Eat those. 797. What level? What's up, Silts? What level? I am max level. Picked up 6-month-old because he woke up and he is glued to the stream. Yes, it's working. Good, 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 good. Yeah, they're working on making the prototype for it now or soon. So in the next like 3 weeks, I should have pictures of the actual product. My 6-month-old blew you raspberries. Well, right back at you, buddy. Did you start your business relationship with Noxy on only Asuras? You know what? Hold on a sec, because I like this conversation. One sec. Noxy YouTube. Let's see if I can find the video. Hold on, there's a specific video from Noxy that I'm looking for. Ah, found it. Okay. So, before I ever worked with Noxy, the main thing that I knew about Noxy was that they made this for a tournament in Guild Wars 2. This gives me a chance. You guys watch this. I'll be right back. The Mesmer Butterfly. Alright, you get the idea. You get the idea. So I knew Noxy at that time as simply the person who made that. Then, sometime later, like I knew them as Guild Wars 2, video maker. They made like meme videos and stuff like that. And sometime later, Noxy basically posted on Twitter. And I saw it because, I knew them as a Guild Wars 2 content creator, and they said, yo, I freaking hate my job. I just want to edit full time. Is anyone interested in being a client? And I looked at, the pennies in my wallet, and I was like, I think I can afford to get some videos done and make them look a whole lot better than what I'm doing. And I was like, yo, me. And so I was like the first person to line up to to basically start giving Noxy money each month for video editing. And then it's just never stopped. Like I've just been a client of theirs for a couple years now. And that's it. That's the story. Like I just knew them as the person, like for me that video was their resume, right? Like, I'd seen that video, and I'm like, this is what they're capable of doing. And I was like, it's good. Definitely need some of that. Definitely need some of that. And Rose Green making videos? Yeah. The Rose Green thing is kind of a meme. Sorry, I've got this one lock of hair that keeps falling in front of my eyes, and I keep pushing it back. So, Noxy really likes the color Rose Green. It's not in the game. And Noxy one time sent a bouquet of rose green flowers, or flowers dyed rose green, I don't know, to ArenaNet HQ, begging for the dye. And they thought it was funny. And there was one person there who sounded like they were going to add it into the game. And then they either quit or got fired. This was like 5 years ago. And Noxy's like, no! So it's just like this running meme that like anytime she starts making progress on getting them to add a rose green dye to the game, that something catastrophic happens. Like her contact gets fired or something like that. Mike, do you think we can expect any discount on Janther Wilds anytime soon? No. It's their newest product. It would be a silly business decision for them to do that. It's their #1 seller right now. When Janther Wilds came out, we saw 20% off sales for Soto for the first time. So I do not think you're going to see Janther Wilds go on sale until maybe the next expansion comes out, and then you'll see a minor sale. But all of the stuff before Soto, we see 50% off sales typically. Plushie numbers going up again. Yeah, it's showing 446 right now. Just refresh. Yeah, still 446. Discount Jather Wilds is like only 20, yeah. Yeah, but all of the expansions up to, but not including Soto, were 50% off on the last sale, and Soto is 20% off on the last sale. And that's basically 1 year after Soto came out. That really blew up, didn't it? Wait, what did Thova? The plushie? Yeah, dude, the plushie is doing so much better than I... Like, obviously, I hoped it would do well, of course, right? Like, that was a passion project of mine. However, it's doing so much better than I thought it would. And maybe I was just being a pessimist. I'm not sure. But, like, we had to reach 200 pledges within a 10-day period to get them to commit to making it. To show that, you know, there is people interested in buying this product. And I was really worried about the 200 in 10 days. And then we got it done. We got 200 on day 1. And then 200 again on day 2. So we were at 400. And it's like slowing down a bit now, but it's already done double what we had to do within 10 days. And we did that in 2 days. So yeah, I'm ecstatic about that. Hey, I'm coming back after stopping mid-Soto. Any advice for someone returning? What's up, Darkthorn? Main thing I would say is in Soto, they added the Weapon Master training and the expanded weapon proficiencies, which are 2 new ways of, you know, using weapons on your characters. Those are really, really good and still useful even now. And in Janthier, very quickly you will get new ways to use your Warclaw, as well as the spear weapon on land for all of your characters on your account. And you can enjoy those new ways of play. Hey, Chip. Chip says good morning. Why does your power and tame use Sikkim and Spear now alongside dual maces? So, according to Snowcrows, which are, you know, the kings of the math nerds, the top damage output for Ranger currently is Spear with Hammer. Now, if you swap out the Hammer for maces, you go down in damage very slightly, but you gain a ton of utility, and I like the utility. And so I'm using Spear with maces for that reason. Still good damage, but lots of utility as well. And as far as the Sikkim is just a DPS button. You just hit it at whenever it lights up, and it provides a couple thousand damage over its duration. That's it. It's that simple. Nice. We saved that person from getting slammed, which is an instant kill. New race would be so fresh. True, I agree with you. However, they've never done that in the history of the game. I'm not sure if they could get into the spaghetti code to do it now. I'm a newbie. I love Reaper Necro. Is it a good option for World v World, PvE, and PvP? PvE, Necro's great. It's just a solid DPS. PvP, still great. There's never really been a time where Necro's been bad. It's always been a solid pick. It's just a matter of learning when to go in and when to not. Because, like, when a Necro goes in, you know, in PvP, you run in, you get right in the enemy's face. If they can beat you, well, you just ran into them, right? So I would say the #1 skill a Reaper has to pick up for PvP is being able to recognize when it's time to go in versus when it's time to kind of hang back and just like poke at them with staff spells or something. But yes, it is absolutely a solid pick. World v World, it can work in World v World, you know, again, depending on the situation. I do not have any personal experience with it in World v. World, but I have seen it.
Mukluk bongo, mukluk bongo, mukluk bongo, mukluk bongo.
Oh, dang, they're dead. Dude, I actually did like 1,000 more CC that time than I did last time just because of how my cooldowns were lined up. But they still died, so some of the other people here did way less than last time. Try to get this guy up. Time to CC. Nice. We saved that one. Dang, I thought I could walk out of that without burning a dodge. I was wrong. What, you don't have any guide on ascended food? I see a lot of people dropping those platters, never really know how to make them. So you're talking about, like, high-end chef stuff. So, max level chef is the one that, like, makes the platters, and then you, like, put them in a guild hall, and then you can, like, drop them anytime you want. GW2ursday might have a guide on that. I have a general guide to leveling trade skills, but for chef specifically, I would probably point you to GW2crafts.net. Let's see. Around $100. Wait, what was this? What's everything together? $170 is the valid question. Let's see. Ender Dragon is 50. Soda and Jane 3 Wilds are 25 each. So 100 for everything, unless you want deluxe editions. So around $100. I think asking for pricing is not a bad thing. To all I'm saying, I did not like the "it's only $25" comment is all. Wait, are you talking about like how much is it to buy all the Guild Wars 2 expansions from the last 10 years, like all at once? They have a thing that's called the Elder Dragons Collection that's like $100 that has like pretty much everything except the newest thing, I think. I will say that they have a free-to-play model. Like, that you can download the game and play it for free up to maximum level, and it has everything that was like in the game at launch, if you're interested. And it's a really nice model because it lets people try the game out for 100+ hours before they decide if they want to spend anything. Is this some kind of new farm? What's happening here? This is just a spot where an arena-style event happens like every 3 minutes. So, yeah, it's good for farming. And it's something I can do while I'm just chatting with you guys. And, you know, I'm just, earning resources while we talk. 863 out of 1,000. My goal is to get 1,000 of this. I'm at 863 now. Let's see. Solo, what did he say? Hello, Solos. I didn't want to be totally rude. No, you're fine. What did you... What happened? Unless you're the Solos from, Vilgard. Then, terrible. Hello, chat. Like most greedy types, I'm here to get the lovely badge expansion from Twitch drops, but it seems my progress bar is locked on the last person I was watching. Any tips? Make sure that the stream is not muted. Even 1% volume is fine, or muting the tab is fine, but not the player. And if you've got multiple Twitch tabs open, you could try closing them all and then opening just one to see if that's doing it. Because I know if you've got many, many tabs open, it will only count one. So if it thinks you've got a different one open, maybe it's being weird about it. Are bits talking disabled? No, they're set to 300 or higher because when I had it less than that, one guy kept throwing one bit and going, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Have you heard the tragedy? And he queued up like 6 hours of it. So I had to raise the price slightly. So anything 300 bits or higher, the TTS will read it. I think the FTP version sucks. It's still a backspace and use TP and lose mount after 10 hours of usage. I mean, I guess we'll just have to disagree on that. I have a free-to-play account, and I got to max level on it. I didn't find it that big of a deal. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the other accounts have that have 10 years of expansions. That is true. No, I had my Solus tag before that Solus. I've had that for my entire life nearly, and I muted the streams, but I'll leave the volume. I'm such a bit of finickiness. Thanks. Sure. Hope it helps. And yeah, hey, even if you're here for just greedy bags, I appreciate you picking my stream to do it. It helps me out too. What do you think of the new patch? I think it's nice. I'm working on farming up some resources to buy something from the new patch right now. I'm trying to get those new home instance nodes. Any tips on getting amalgamated gemstones? Yes, amalgamated gemstones have dozens of recipes to make them. So if you go to the amalgamated... Oh, hold on, this is very important. Cat. Amalgamated gemstones have dozens of different recipes to craft them. If you go to the Amalgamated Gemstones webpage on the wiki and go to crafting recipes, you might have the gems in your material storage to make like 100 of them and you don't even realize it. So I would check there. Muck, how old is Chip? He's actually almost the same age as the stream streak that is in the title. He is about 6.5. What expansion is the best or the most fun? It depends. Are you into the writing, like the story? Or are you talking about like which offers you the coolest features? Like, look, just because the way my personality works, if I were to pick one expansion, I would be like, okay, which one has my favorite elite specialization? If I just like, I love Druid, then Heart of Thorns. Or I love Mechanist, then End of Dragons, you know? But there's other features as well. For writing, my favorite writing in the whole game was Living World Season 4, after Path of Fire. Living World Season 4 is also considered a peak story, though, so far, although you kind of need to know the story before to really get it. Yeah. But yeah, there's, like, I could tell you countless times in the game I liked something. However, if we're talking like my favorite, then like for writing, it was Living World Season 4. For features, man, there's a lot of them. It's like, you know, people that like homesteads, they're gonna say Janthier. People that like fishing boats, they're gonna say End of Dragons. I typically like ones that affect how I can like do character building, like for combat and stuff like that. And Soto, I did not care for the story that much in Soto. It was fine, but I didn't love it. But Soto had the expanded weapon proficiencies and weapon master training, and those added a colossal amount of ways to play the game. So Soto did that.
Muck, what did you do? Why did my bank cancel your subscription? Back to work for me.
What did I do? Thank you, Alpha Rider. Appreciate you. I like how his bank says stop spending money and he yells at me. Almost halfway on the plushie thing. Yeah, we're at 447 Asuras coming into the world. With a cap of 1,000. So if anyone else wants one, exclamation plushie. Are you gonna finish Wanderstop on stream or offline? Wanderstop was a fun little game. I would be happy to finish that one if you guys are interested. I would say we're focusing on Guild Wars 2 while the drops are in effect. It's just good business. After that, we'll go back to our, schedule of trying out lots of different things. So if you guys want to see Wanderstop, like, to the end, I'd be happy to do that. Iceward Saga is still so tragic without some of the cool moments but didn't land well enough. Like the Volcano quest, I think was amazing, but wasn't built up enough with Bram enough. Wait, the Volcano quest? Oh, you mean when he's trying to become a champion? Orange cat? Yeah, here we go. Making biscuits. Yes to more Wanderstop? Well, there's one vote. Pet him. He has a thing where he does not like getting pet while he's making biscuits. Like, this is working time. If I reach over to him, he will pull away or run away. So we gotta wait till he's done. The moment he finishes the biscuits, it's free. It's free. Like, you can do it then. Right now, though, it's all business. Green screen looking better today. Yeah, you see the light on the left side of my face? We added a lamp over there to fix the thing. Which, he seems to be enjoying it because I think it might be making his bed just ever so slightly warmer. Because he's closer to a light. He's finishing some orders, yeah. I think that quest was like a really well directed one, if that makes sense. Just the gap of lead up to it was crazy. It was like, okay, Brams, chill now. No disturbing the biscuit baker, that's right. Let's see. 898. Let me see something. What's that new runestone thing called? These. There. We got over 1,000. Alright, we're done. We're done! Let's go home. Let's get that last node. Rotted Titan Amber Home Instance Node. There we go. Alright. So wait, what was that relic? Reunification. Gain Frost Aura and Light Aura after using a healing skill. Okay. Alright. So now... That's 4 new resources I'll be getting for no additional effort every day. Alright. You could farm 2,000 more for the next 2 nodes. Yeah, I need to stock up now that I know about that. What's the cat called? The cat is Chip. Hey. See, now it's okay. Now we can pet. Oh. He gave me the little kick. He's like, stop. Alright. Put him over here. Are any guides planned today? Yes. Yes. There is a project I want to do today. I honestly think IBS would have been better if there were half as many DRMs. I had the privilege of playing all of them at once because I was rushing the story. Up till that point, game had me super hooked, but the repetitiveness of the DRMs took the wind out of my sails. Gonna get the resources with no effort, only to never need them after Jan 3 ever again. Actually, they are used in making Klobjarni, the legendary spear. I've already made 3 of those. So, and like, one of them is the reason I have a bunch of mail clogging, or a bunch of gold clogging my mail. So, I mean, I could just keep making those and selling them for a bunch of gold. Building my first legendary spear, I need 75 amalgamated gemstones. Any tips on how to get them? Check the wiki page for amalgamated. There are dozens of recipes for them. You might have the mats to make a ton of them in your mat storage and not even realize it. I wonder if that's the same person who asked that in chat just like a minute ago. Okay. That's not what I thought it was. Be back later. Baby eating keyboard. Baby eating keyboard. That's an issue. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? All right, so I need for this project, I need to open up the stream footage from not yesterday. Was it yesterday morning or the day before? I think it was the big stream. The big stream. This one. Watch.
Sended items. Sended items.
No. Stop. Stop talking me. Hang on. Highlights. Okay. Attempting. Okay, there we go. Alright, this one. Attempting to reconnect to Twitch right now. What? Why did I open it twice? Trying to get... Close that. Okay. Alright, so this is from the big stream. It's around here. Yeah, it was this. It was this. Okay. So, this right here is a quest that you can buy from Astral Acclaim. Alright? So that is here. We bought this and solved this whole quest, and I'm going to turn it into a video guide. So that's the Wayward Wisp quest license. So, I've got some bullet points here. And we're going to turn this into a guide. So... Hey gamers, Mukluk, Douglas, Bartholomew, Reginald, Esquire the Fourth here, and this is a guide to the Wayward Wisp quest license in Guild Wars 2. What is the Wayward Wisp? If you purchase... let's not say purchase. Some people will think it's pay to win or something. If you unlock this quest with your Astral Acclaim in the Wizard's Vault, you will get a quest line that ends with you earning an accessory with no stats, but it has an infusion in it. Let's see. Where is it? Where did I put that thing? I think it's in my pants. It is not in my pants. Where did I put that thing? Get back on my pants. There we go. Forest Wisp Infusion. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, no sense, but has a Forest Wisp Infusion in it, which has some minor stats. And has the wisp, let's see, has the graphic of a wisp dancing around you from time to time. Okay. Does the accessory have no stats or no selectable stats? This is it. Oh, it has selectable stat. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, hey, look at you, Mr. Big Brain. I did not even realize. Yeah, so I just saw it had no stats, and I was just looking at that. All right, so it's a stat selectable. So a stat selectable ascended accessory. All right, earning a stat selectable ascended accessory. And, okay. If you unlock this quest with your Astral Acclaim in the Wizard's Vault, you will get a quest line that ends with you earning a stat selectable ascended accessory, and it has a Forest Wisp infusion in it, which has some minor stats and has the graphic of a wisp dancing around you from time to time. To get started, go to the Wizard's Vault, and let's see. Or the legacy rewards if you are watching this in the future, and unlock the Wayward Wisp quest. That is what it is called, yes? The stats are lower than usual. You're right. That's weird. Hang on. I will report that. Because that's probably not intended. Just a minute. God, where is it? Okay. Forest Wisp Ascended Accessory from the Wayward Wisp quest does not have Ascended level stats. Example. Paste. Vision with Berserker stats versus Forest Wisp with Berserker stats. The numbers should be the same. Possibility, it is using exotic numbers, question mark. Okay, there you go. It's been reported. Good eye. Good eye. I didn't even see that. All right. But for now, we continue on. All right, so to get started, you go to the Wizard's Vault or the Legacy Rewards if you're watching this in the future and unlock the Wayward Wisp quest. You will get an achievement called Wisp Dispatch, which you can click the eye on to keep tracking it in the top right corner. Wisp. The Wayward Wisp Vault Dispatch. The Wayward Wisp Vault Dispatch. Read Sonic Star's message. The infusion that comes with it is the same. The +5 and the +9 are swapped. What do you... Wait, what? So this has 9 agony resist on it. I don't think that's a problem. And it says +5 power. Are you saying it's not giving 9 agony resist? I have 135 agony resist right now. If I do this... It goes down to 5. Well, okay. Update. The infusion is also wrong. It says it gives 9 agony resist and 5... What does it give 5 of? Power? Where's my power? 731. Going down by 9. Okay. And 5 power, but it actually gives 9 power and 5 agony resist when you equip it and look at your stats changing. Come on. There we go. All right. So yeah, so it has the correct like written stats, but it's flip-flopped. It's giving 9 power and 5 AR. So everything about it is wrong? Yeah. I mean, the graphic works. You get the little dancing wisp. So I might have a note in this video that, like, at the time of the recording, the numbers on it are lower than they should be. This has been a reported bug or blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, hang on a second. I'm getting DMs from someone. Understood. Thank you. Okay. All right. Back to what we were doing. All right. Nugget says, hey guys, I just finished Core Vanilla story. Should I jump into Thorns or into the latest expansion? I don't want to have spoilers in the story. That's all, but also participate in the new expansion with others. Please help. What's up, Nugget? Let me see if I can get you an answer here. Hang on a second. All right, so the expansions, okay? You got base game, Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, End of Dragons, Secrets of the blah 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 blah, and Janthier, blah. All right, so those are the expansions, and then there's some DLCs in between them. Don't worry about that. All right, so if you want to play them in order, there is definitely a little bit of a separation right here. Okay. Imagine this is like a series of 4 books, right? It's a quadrilogy, right? The story of these is very tightly connected. But Secrets and Janthier is like a new story. You know, same characters, but it's a new book series, right? This is a new book series, and right now there's 2 parts to it. So if you just suddenly decide you want to jump from here to here, it's not gonna give you a bunch of spoilers about these 3. You will occasionally hear like, oh man, that was a really rough time we had with those dragons, stuff like that. I guess they're all rednecks now, I don't know. But the point is, they're not going to give you like massive spoilers other than you know anyone you see lived, okay? So it is safe to just kind of jump down here if you want. On the same note though, you don't have to rush. Like, this is not a game where if you do not do the new content right away that it's going to be dead later on. That just doesn't happen. So you can just enjoy it at your own pace. This stuff will wait on you. You don't have to rush there. So if it were me, I would just play it in order. However, if you just really want to get to Janthier ASAP, that's fine. It doesn't hurt anything. It's not going to hurt you. That's my answer. All right. Okay. So, let's see. You'll get an achievement called the Wayward Wisp Vault Dispatch, which you can click the eye on to keep trunking it in the top right corner. First step, go to Sierley in Mistburn. What is Mistburn's full name? I don't remember it. Mistburned Barrens. Okay. In Mistburned Barrens. She can be found here. And I'm just going to say here, and then Noxy will point to it from the footage in the Alliance Staging Ground. In the Alliance Staging Ground. She wants you... she will ask you to do some events in the zone. I recommend rift hunting, as each rift constitutes 2 events. So after doing 2 quick small rifts, which can be done in minutes, come back to Sierley. Alright, so boom, 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 and that's all of that. Next up is, next, she will introduce you to Araya, who is just a few feet away. Talk to her. Araya will point out 4 locations on your map that you need to visit and find the Wisp within those locations. How do I want to phrase this? Since they already narrow down your search so much, this isn't too difficult. But here are the locations if you need them. And then I'll ask Noxy to, visually show them all there. Use the... Oh, is that the sniff step? Let me see. Use your Warclaw Sniff to... Yes. Yes, that was Sniff. Sniff! Alright. And... Okay. Alright. Head to the locations and use your Warclaw's Sniff to find the Wisp. If you need it, here are the exact locations. Show. Okay. Alright, so that's these two done. Okay. Head back and speak with Arya again. Just double checking this. This is your bond. Communing together as a master insight hidden Sakrarium. She will direct you to a mastery point, which you may have already gotten. If so, it doesn't matter. In hidden Sakrarium. Did I spell that right? I've never heard that word before. Sakrarium. Yes, okay. Head there and interact with it for an update. Finally, head back and talk to Sierra one more time to finish the quest line. I'm just double checking that I did indeed write all the steps down. Purchase, Sierra, events, Sierra, Araya, Sniff, Araya, mastery point, Sierra. Okay, I think we covered every step. After this, you will be rewarded with an ascended accessory with the infusion within it. Some notes. The accessory is stat selectable. You can right-click on it and click Customize to choose the stats you want it to have. Hang on a sec. I don't think the accessory provides any graphic. I wanna be absolutely sure though. Let's see. This is Aurora, right? Okay. So if I do Forest Wisp, like I don't think there's a graphic on the accessory. So okay. Oh, all right. Ambers, Amber, Amber. Okay. All right. Alright, the accessory itself has no graphic, like most accessories, but has the infusion in it. If you wish, let's see, the infusion will sometimes display the Wisp friend when you unsheath your weapon, and occasionally it will dance around you whenever it feels like it. Okay. If you would like to, you can remove the infusion and put it in another piece of gear that has infusion slots. If you wish to do this, go to any fractal merchants and purchase an infusion extractor, usually just a few silver, and use it to remove the infusion, then plug it back in to whatever gear you want to show the Wisp. Okay. Let's see. You can't salvage or use it in MF. Probably added in case. Salvage or use it in MF? What do you mean, Crimson? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Are legendary runes and sigils worth it at this inflated price? I do think legendary runes and sigils are worth getting just because they're, you know, huge quality of life. But I would do, like, in my personal opinion, I would do Season of the Dragons first, and then like weapons, and then armor, and then runes and sigils, like the you know, last. Something in my ear. Mystic Forge. Oh, gotcha. What's up, my cooking another banger guide? Trying to. Just a little one. Just a little one on the new quest in the Wizard's Vault. Oh, Mystic Forge. Okay. Aurora and Vision. So, okay, hold on a sec. For me, for priorities for legendaries, I would do stuff that affects all characters. Okay? So, backpack, accessories, rings, amulet, that kind of thing. I wouldn't put Relic there because Relic takes freaking years right now. But the first thing is Season of the Dragons. Season of the Dragons. Amulet, because that one's free. Then I would do weapons. Then armor. And then rune sigils. And Relic is great, but it takes forever. Now, the only way I would deviate from this is, let's pretend I really enjoyed playing, I don't know, 2 characters that are the same armor type, but they use completely different weapons. Let's say I really enjoy playing Rifle Mech and Spear Ranger. Okay, well, any weapon I get, only one of them can use it, but they both use medium armor. So in that situation, I would flip these. You know, I would put armor above weapon. But this is generally how I would value it. If you only use one character, then I would do weapons before armor. But again, there's no real right or wrong way to do it. What I'm giving you is how I personally would do it. Muck, what was the part of the relic that takes forever? The piles of lucent crystal? Yeah, does anyone remember the obscene number? It's like, to make the legendary relic from scratch, you need like 170,000 crystal dust or some stupid number. It's not difficult. It's not like crazy to remember or something, but it's just, it takes a long time. So it's just basically any time you get that dust, set it aside and hang on to it and just keep doing that for a very long time. That's it. Give me Muck a coffee. Sure. Put on the wizard hat. Okay. The wizard hat that Chip's been visiting, so it's got cat hair on it. Okay. Let's see. All right, so hold on, checking. Yo, oh my god, dude. Okay, I want to tell you guys, it is really rare that I get back, like when I message ArenaNet about something, it's really rare that I get back a message within like 3 days. I just got back a message that basically says both these issues are now tracked. Now, I don't know if that means they already knew about them or if they just know about them now, but I have received confirmation that they are acknowledging the fact that I have reported the wrong values on the infusion and the wrong values on the stats on the accessory. So that should be getting fixed at some point. So that's good. That's good. Awesome. All right. So now we don't know how long it's going to take them to fix that. So it's probably be good for me to include a note on that in the video. Crap, I selected stats on the accessory already. That should be fine. Like, this, basically what that means is the accessory should be giving you more stats, and at some point in the near future, they're going to fix that, and the stats you're getting should increase. So it's just numbers will go up. It would have been funny because of 9-stat infusion, otherwise doesn't exist in the game. Yeah, most infusions that people use have 9 agony resist, and then maybe something else on it also. So having it be 5 agony resist and 9 to a stat is kind of odd. For sure. Okay. At the time of making this guide, there are 2 small bugs with this item that I anticipate being fixed in the near future. One is that the stats on the accessory are lower than they should be. All ascended and legendary accessories that have berserker stats, for example, should have the same numbers. This one does not. Snot, it do snot. This one do snot. This one does not. I have reported this issue. 2. The infusion says, why is our comma there? Says it gives 9 agony resist and 5 to a stat. However, when you equip it, it is giving 9 to a stat and 5 agony resist. This issue has been reported as well. Okay. All right. And that is everything you should need to know to get your own dancing wisp. Let me see. I don't, this is such a short guide. I would feel weird about, like, plugging my Patreon and all that crap on this one. I might just skip that on this one. How to wrap this one up. That's everything. I don't want to be like, buy a plushie, because this guide is going to be around for years. The plushie thing is just for the very near future. Plug the plushie. I feel weird about it. I think I'll keep plugging it in, like, news videos, because we still got a bunch of time for it. But like this, by the time this finishes getting edited by Noxy, it's possible that, like, the plushie pledging thing will be almost over. Add a video of Chip. Chip is guest starring in so many of my videos. Like, I'm just doing something, I'm talking, and he's just over on the side making biscuits and stuff. Chip has his own video, by the way. If any of you haven't seen it, he's screaming blood for the blood god a lot in that video, but it's right there. The dust amount is 52,500 dust. Oh, great. Awesome. Okay, and that's everything you should need at your own dancing wisp. Happy gaming. Let's just do that. Alright. Video scripts. What is it called? Wayward Wisp. Why is Chip's guest star talking as if it was his show? Back to sleep. Hey, Maeve, thank you for the prime. Huge help. Thank you. All right, so next up, chat. The next thing I need to do is record it. So, let me do a couple things here. One, I'm going to pause the alerts, which means they're going to form a clog, and we'll release that a little later. And I need to turn off the in-game music, and we are going to put the bee away temporarily. And I need to just stand somewhere. You know, we'll use the home instance, because I can make it daytime there and make it really bright. Dude, oh my god, I remember, chat, the olden days of recording guides, and it would be crappy weather and the lighting would be terrible, and standing around for 45 minutes waiting on the sun to come up. Those were the dark days. You kids don't know how good you have it with your... Ah! There we go. Okay. There's that. For Club Jarvie array. And... let's see. Okay, and put this away. Alright, so first, we have to get just a little bit of footage of the guy talking with nothing else on the screen for Nox. So, here we go. Alright. Hey, future Noxy, Muck here, obviously, and this is going to be a guide for the Wayward Wisp. So first of all, let's see, where's the game only? All right, so here's the game, and here's just the starting thing. There's /wave, there's /talk. You know what? Hold on, I hate it already. I'm weapon swapping to get Club Journey out of the picture. All right, here we go again. /wave, /talk. And we're gonna let him go for like 15 seconds. Chat says hi, by the way, Noxy. Okay. And we get a few different camera angles. And number 3. Classic Asuran Yapathon. Yeah. Oh, there's the dancing wisp right there. Perfect. Perfect. He is the star of the show today. And last one, a close-up for a few seconds. I've been watching vids for a while now, so this is how I make your alt talk in the guide. Yeah, any of you can make your characters talk. Type /talk. Okay, so that's it for the talking animations. Now you have footage of that. And blip. And blip. Okay. So now I will read the script. Alright. Hey gamers, Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV here, and this is a guide to the Wayward Wisp quest license in Guild Wars 2. What is the Wayward Wisp? If you unlock this quest with your Astral Acclaim in the Wizard's Vault, you will get a quest line that ends with you earning a stat-selectable Ascended accessory, and it has a Forest Wisp infusion in it, which has some minor stats and has the graphic of a wisp dancing around you from time to time. Noxy, additional note, there is a video that ArenaNet released that has, like, you know, this month in the Wizard's Vault, we have all this stuff for sale, and it has a really good shot of the Wayward Wisp in it, so if you ever need to show it and don't have good shots of it dancing around me, you can use that one. To get started, go to the Wizard's Vault, or the Legacy Rewards if you are watching this in the future, and unlock the Wayward Wisp quest. Also, Noxy, just so you know where the footage of this is from Tuesday, the day that I streamed for 14 hours. There's a whole bunch of markers right here on the feed, and this is where we did the entire quest line. So all of the footage you need for 90% of this video is right here. And hold on, where is this? There's the timestamp for where I bought the license and it gets started. You will get an achievement called the Wayward Wisp Vault Dispatch, which you can click the eye on to keep tracking it in the top right corner. First step, go find Cierly in the Mistburned Barrens. She can be found here in the Alliance staging ground. Show it. She will ask you to do some events in the zone. I recommend rift hunting, as each rift constitutes as 2 events, so after doing 2 quick small rifts, which can be done in a few minutes, you come back to Cierly. Next, she will introduce you to Araya, who is just a few feet away. Talk to her. Araya will point out 4 locations on your map that you need to visit and find the wisp within these locations. Since they already narrow down your search so much, this isn't difficult. Head to the locations and use your Warclaw's sniff to find the wisp. If you need it, here are the exact locations. So just no audio of me talking for as long as you need to, and show the 4 locations, please. Head back and speak with Araya again. She will direct you to a mastery point, which you may have gotten already. If so, it doesn't matter, in the hidden Sacrarium. Head there and interact with it for an update. Finally, head back and talk to Cierly one more time to finish the quest line. After this, you will be rewarded with an Ascended accessory with the infusion within it. Some notes. The accessory is stats selectable. You can right-click on it and click Customize to choose the stats you want it to have. The accessory itself has no graphic, like most accessories, but has the infusion in it. The infusion will sometimes display the Wisp friend when you unsheath your weapon, and occasionally it will dance around you. Redo. And occasionally it will dance around you whenever it feels like it. If you would like to, you can remove the infusion and put it in another piece of gear that has the infusion slots. If you wish to do this, go to any fractal merchants and purchase an infusion extractor, usually just a few silver, and use it to remove the infusion. Then plug it back into whatever gear you want to show the Wisp. At the time of making this guide, there are 2 small bugs with this item that I anticipate will be fixed in the very near future. One is that the stats on the accessory are lower than they should be. All Ascended and Legendary accessories that have Berserker stats, for example, should have the same numbers. This one does not. I have reported this issue. Number 2 is the infusion says it gives 9 agony resist and 5 to a stat. However, when you equip it, it is giving 9 to a stat and 5 agony resist. This issue has been reported as well. And that is everything you should need to get your own Dancing Wisp. Happy gaming! Okay, so real quick, Noxy, because the footage for those 2 bugs at the very end may not be in the thing I showed a little while ago. Where is it? Here we go. So this guy right here, and move this down so people can't complain about my bags in the video. Oh, are we kidding? That's not going to stop them. So if we do bears, and then I mouse over vision here, those should be the same number. So the vision, power, precision, ferocity is larger than the forest wisp, power, precision, ferocity. It's got the wrong numbers. So that is that bug. And the second one is... Alright, so I have the forest wisp infusion equipped right now, and it says it gives 5 power, 9 agony resist. You can see there's my power, there's my agony resist. And if I unequip the infusion, they don't change by 5 and 9, they change by 9 and 5. They're flip-flopped for whatever reason. So that's the second bug. So now you've got footage of both of those. And I think that's it. I think that is everything you need to put this one together. As always, if you need anything that I failed to give you, please let me know. Thanks, Nox. All right, that's it. So now what I need to do is just name this video Forest Wisp Guide. Open it just to make sure I didn't have it muted the whole time. So if you ever... Okay, I did not have it muted. Good. I did that once before, chat. I recorded myself talking for an hour and it was muted the whole time. I cried myself to sleep that night. All right, and then I've got basically a Dropbox with Noxy, and I just need to go in here. New folder, Forest Wisp Guide. Boop. And open that up. And throw this in there. And then close the Word doc. And close... where's the script? Wayward Wisp script. There it is. Throw that in there. Okay, and then just give that a minute. It's uploading right now, so I don't want to touch anything. All right. Now you know how to get a Wisp. You're welcome. Yeah. And these Mistbird Barons have insane amounts of awareness. I can stand 20 feet behind an enemy turned to me with back, for example, and they will aggro me like crazy. I don't think enemies have reduced aggro radius if their back is pointing at you. It's just not that kind of game. Let's see. That's so easy to make videos. Yeah, all you need is an Noxy. I mean, to be fair, like with any video, editing is the part that takes the longest. It's not necessarily difficult, but it's extremely time consuming, and therein lies the challenge. So like I know how to like cut it all and put it all together, but Noxy will, is focused on that, so Noxy will make it look much better than I could. And also it allows me to, like, I can just fire this stuff off to Noxy, and then I can focus on something else while Noxy's working on that. Okay, so I am going to now let Noxy know that this is in their inbox. New item in inbox. Where can one find a Noxy of their own? Well, I did mention that Noxy takes on clients from, like, I'm not their only client. So you might be able to just hire Noxy herself. As long as you're not hiring her for as many hours a day as I am, because I don't know if she could handle two times what she's doing now. Like, any of you know Zizaran? He does a lot of Path of Exile stuff. She's done some stuff for him. Don't you feel awkward with chat watching you make your videos? No, I don't. Honestly, like, maybe in the past I would have, but I'm so far beyond that. I would say at this point, people kind of accept that I sometimes do video creation on stream. Sometimes they find it interesting, and those that don't stay. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm stumbling over my words. It also saves me a ton of time because I stream 55 hours a week. And if I can do the video creation steps during a stream, then that saves me from doing them outside of the stream. So rather than turning my 55 hours of work into 60 or 70 per week, then I keep it, you know, closer to 55 because I'm getting a 2-for-1. We do a video creation stream, we make the video at the same time, and then I'm not, you know, I'm not multiplying that time. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. I was actually talking to Laura about this the other day. Loranity was like, oh man, I'm not getting any progress made on this project I want to do. I was like, do it on stream. I was like, most of your audience really likes watching you for you and like the game also. So they would watch you make your video on stream if you did it. And she's like, putting in the popsicle. And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. That's my advice. Let's see. Yes, you get a Coke Muck. You were stumbling and recording too. Actually, the stumbling wasn't so bad. There was one time, the whole reason I write a script is if I am trying to ad lib, I will, you know, and I will do that a lot. And then Noxy's like, oh, hey, this was a 10-minute video, but when I pulled out all of your, it turned into a 2-minute video. And I'm like, yeah, I did that a lot. So when I write a script, sometimes I'll stumble over my words, but then I just reread the sentence, and then she'll just cut out the mess ups. Yeah, that's just another thing. So honestly, like if I you know, real talk, like as far as like the worst it can get, like there's times I've reread the same sentence like 4 times. I don't think I did more than 2 in that script we just read. I know another streamer that does StarCraft 2 casting. He does that on stream too from time to time. It's also neat to see that happening. I wonder if it's someone I know. I enjoy watching Loco and Winter StarCraft both do StarCraft casting, but you know, you might know someone. There are others that I don't know, but I watch them. Loco TV. Loco's actually also managed by SideQuest, the same company that gets me sponsorships from time to time. So I kind of see him in the coffee break room from time to time. He's cool. My nephew was glued to the TV when you were making your guide just now. Hey, your nephew has good taste. But yeah, cool. That was one of my goals today, was to get that recorded. Because another thing, chat, is I didn't have anything for Noxy to work on tomorrow. So, you know, this now gives Noxy a project to chew on for a day or two. Mug, hope you're doing fine. Please drink some tea. I'm good. I was actually drinking a lot of water this morning. I don't usually drink any soda before, like, lunchtime. However, today I woke up with a bit of a headache, and it's gone now. The caffeine from the Coke helped. If I were a coffee drinker, I would drink that, but I'm not. I don't drink coffee. It's weird. I like the smell of coffee, like freshly brewed coffee, like the beans when they're ground up. I like the smell of it. I can't stand the taste of it. I can't. But yeah, like is one of my jobs. I was like right next to a coffee machine for like 7 years, and so I just like I grew to like the smell, but I don't want to drink it. You don't have stuff for Noxy to do, you're wasting money. That's exactly it, Maverick. That's entirely true. Usually if Noxy has a day where I haven't found anything for her to work on, she tries to find like funny moments. And any of you seen my like YouTube shorts? She tries to find more stuff for those, which is great. It's still something, but I'd rather give her larger projects. If I have any ideas, I'd rather have her work on those ideas. Money on Noxy's never wasted. Same man, same. Migraine was killed this morning. Get a coffee candle. That was the best. A coffee candle. Okay, well, I've never heard of this. Is this like a candle that you light it and then you just inhale caffeine? Like, I've not heard of this thing. Can you get caffeine via candle? I would eat the candle. There are 2 types of people. One that's like, and the other that's just like, just like tearing into it. There are 2 types of people. Was that a candle? No, it was my keyboard armrest. I just picked it up for visual aid. It's just like a chomp on it. No, I didn't just chew on an actual candle. That's why we need labels. Maybe you could grind the candle into powder and boil it with boiling water. I mean, that's coffee at that point. Are we hyped up on scents? Dude, I'm reminded, okay. I get mails all the time from people asking me if I want like a free key to their game or if I want to do like a sponsorship. And the thing is, like 9 times out of 10, it's a bad deal for me, right? Like they're trying to screw me over. And most of them I don't answer to. Some of them are legit, and I just don't want to do that, you know? And then some of them are legit, and I do. So it'd be like, you know, 1 in 20 mails, I'll mail them back, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'd love to work with you, you know? There was one that asked me if I wanted to promote their line of gamer-scented candles. And let me tell you, I misunderstood. I thought they meant candles that were scented to smell like gamers. And I was like, that sounds awful. I was just imagining like a convention, and I'm just like, ugh. And then after like further reading, because I was like, what the hell is even that? And then like I did further reading on this. Like I never mailed them back, but I kept reading. It was scented candles designed for gamers. They were supposed, like, I guess like the coffee candle thing, right? Like the smell will enhance your concentration so that you can lock in, you know, stuff like that. But when they said gamer-scented candles, I'm like, yo, you might want to talk to your marketing guy, because that is not what I thought you meant. Asmongold fragrance? No. Oh my god, dude. That would be like a smoke bomb. Just light it and like throw it into someone else's house and run away. I was like, why would I want to work with this? There are times you need the whole context. Yeah, you needed the whole thing. Mountain Dew and Doritos scented candles and body odor. Yes. Did you mean this? Oh god, what is this link? I'm scared. Weird customer request at a tech store. This is 3 minutes long. Alright, I will watch this later. I don't know what this is. I'm afraid to watch it on stream. You could probably do story time with that, I guess, is short, maybe. Maybe. I was like, whoa, I had the wrong idea. Wait, hold on. What is this guy doing? They see me rolling. They hating. Barely riding dirty. Okay. He ran out of batteries. He's tired of faking it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Got our chores done. We've been good boys and girls. What is this? Obsidian hammer. When and where did I get that? Le Banque. Alright. Let's do some of those new metas for a little bit. I'm in the mood. Could be worse, could be lavender scented. I mean, I guess it depends on if you hate lavender.